Warm, calm, cinematic tone, slow pace. This is the story of a man who spent 15 years chasing money. Every job he accepted, every decision he made, every sacrifice he asked his family to bear was for one reason: more money. For 15 long years, he believed that if he worked harder than everyone else, success would eventually find him. But no matter how fast he ran, money always stayed just out of reach. Then, one ordinary evening, everything changed. He met someone who shared a single idea, not a secret, not a shortcut, just one timeless principle. So simple that most people hear it, smile, and forget it. But for Rayan, that one principle changed everything. It transformed not only his income, but the way he looked at life itself. Before we continue, I want to ask you something. Have you ever worked harder than the people around you, yet still earned less than they did? If your answer is yes, you're not alone. Write yes in the comments and tell me where you're watching from. And if stories like this inspire you, take a second to like this video and subscribe. Every week I share powerful stories that can change the way you think about money, success, and life. Now, let's begin. In a busy riverside city, where the air carried the smell of fish, diesel, and endless ambition, lived a 38-year-old man named Rayan. Rayan had a loving wife named Nadia and two beautiful daughters who adored him. Everyone knew him as the hardest working man in the neighborhood. He had started working when he was only 16 years old. He rarely took a day off. When he finally did, he always returned early because he believed every hour away from work was money lost. He missed his eldest daughter's very first school play because of an extra shift. He wasn't there on the night his younger daughter had a high fever because a deadline seemed more important. Over time, his wife stopped asking him to be present, not because she didn't love him, but because she had quietly accepted that work would always come first. And after all those years of sacrifice, Rayan looked around his life and realized something heartbreaking. At 38 years old, he had almost nothing to show for it. The apartment they lived in wasn't theirs, it was rented. The car he drove every morning was borrowed, and despite working harder than almost everyone he knew, he still felt like he was running in circles. What Rayan was about to discover would completely change his future, and perhaps it might change yours too.